And today, just a little bit of what to expect. We're going to do hypnosis around goals and resolutions. We're going to connect those goals or resolutions, whatever you have in mind that you're working on for the new year, with a sense of community and how that's going to help community. And I'll talk a little bit more about that and why that's important, but we'll start with a little chat about that. My plan is to have you guys off or done by 12:30. So if anyone is in a lunch break or needs to get back, at 12:30, we'll be done with a hypnosis piece. If you want to stay on, we can chat and talk about your experience or ask any questions or anything at that time. But I want to be mindful of your time. I know some people might be in a lunch break. So if you have questions throughout the process, if you want to just make a note of those, or you can put them in the chat, and my assistant Maddie is going to let me know when those come through, but we'll address them at the end. So there'll be a little time for that afterwards. And if you stay tuned until after the hypnosis, Maddie is going to put a link in for a document that will help you create an intention statement for your goals, which is a really important piece of the success. People that, if you have a really clear intention for your goal, it tends to be, it really boosts the success rate for your sticking to it. And so with this today, if you've ever been through a guided meditation, this will feel really similar to that. We're not going to go into a lot of really deep hypnosis, so you don't need to worry about, if somebody knocks on the door, if there's something that you need to address, you will be able to come out of it and do that. But the good news is we don't have to be in really deep state of hypnosis for this to work. So we'll just get into a lovely, relaxed state and do some imagining. And it's really the feeling, the emotion that sets that into your kind of your nervous system and into your subconscious mind. We'll see the images and the feelings, and it will attach those to the feeling good about doing these images. So that's sort of the process that we'll be going through. Any questions so far? Okay. So a little bit about why, and so from now on the call, I'm going to stop saying resolutions or goals and start referring to them as a process or a project. And the reason that is it helps us get into what's called a growth mindset. When we talk about goals or resolutions, we tend to think of the end product, and then it tends to be a pass-fail situation. Either you did it or you didn't. And it's a better place to be in a growth mindset where you're coming to it through curiosity and through a process, thinking of just getting better at something. And so there is no pass fail. If you set your mind up to do something and today you didn't get that thing done, then you can just be curious about what worked, what didn't work, why was it harder today than other times. And it feels more like a process of growth rather than an end result that you're making black and white judgments off of. So we'll think of this as just growth and development as a project, something that is a process that you're continuing to get better and better on. And so with the process, the reason that we're connecting that process to community or to a larger sense than just ourselves is when we think of processes, often where we think about being sort of a lone wolf. It's up to us and our own willpower, whether we are able to get it done or not. And that can be difficult and challenging. There's days that we don't feel that we have a lot of, we're tired and there's other factors in our lives that might slow us down a little. And so when we are able to take that process or project that we're working on and connect it to a sense of a bigger world and to how doing this thing, even if it's something we're doing for ourselves, like say you're trying to eat better or exercise, that feels like it's just going to help you. But everything helps, everything ripples out, right? So if I did well on one of my processes today and I'm feeling really good, then anybody that I come into contact with is going to feel a little bit of that energy. They're going to feel a little bit of that lightness and that ripples out. So in ways large and small. So some of the small ways might be if I'm out running errands, maybe I'm just really polite. And even though people can't see our smiles under our masks, we can just sense that someone's smiling and happy, and that energy, other people feed on that, and we transfer that energy from one to another. And in ways that are even larger, even if it's, again, a goal like just losing weight, eating better, something that seems like it's for yourself, we're still being an example to our friends, to our family. When we're in a gooder mood, when we're in a gooder mood, when we're in a better mood and we feel good about ourselves, then that, again, that ripples out to the people who are around us all the time. So our family, our friends, coworkers, those people that are around us notice that, and they're going to feed on that. It also sets an example, especially if you have children. It lets them see you moving forward with things, and can really set that up as a way to motivate others as well. So take a moment to just sort of think about what you might think of as a project for this year process. It can be something you're trying to start or something that you're trying to stop, and it can be large or small. It can be something very simple, or it can be something that you want to work on as a large change throughout the year. Any of those will work. But when there's lots and lots of research demonstrating that when we connect our sense of our processes, our goals, the work that we're doing in ourselves and for ourselves to a sense of altruism and compassion for others on a larger scale, it improves our motivation, it improves our mood, and it improves pretty close to every mental health marker. And when you're doing better on those things, when your mental health is in a better place, when you're feeling good and motivated, you're much more likely to get your things done for yourself. So that's why we're connecting that to a larger sense of the world, and how when we achieve the process that we're working on. And again, it doesn't need to be something that you necessarily achieve, but that you're getting better at, that you're working on. And when you're making strides in that process, you're going to feel better about it, and feeling better is going to help you stick to it. And then that will ripple out. So any questions on any of that so far? So if you want to go ahead and just get comfortable, we're going to go ahead and start on the hypnosis. Maddie, did you have something? I see a note in there. Did you have something to say? Yes or no?
Just pointing out a comment on someone from Facebook Live has said that she's beginning to see smiles through eyes.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you. I love it. Okay, so everyone just kind of settle on in, and you can close your eyes and just find a comfortable position. Go ahead and take 3 nice deep breaths through the nose and breathe out through your mouth like a sigh. And allow your exhales to be longer than your inhale. And those long exhales will cue your nervous system to relax. In a moment to just enjoy that sense of bringing that energy to a calm place, relaxing and feeling good. And go ahead and place your hands on your heart, connecting with the center of love and compassion. And imagine that even through your closed eyes and your mind's eye, you can see all the other people on this call, just sensing them in their presence. And imagine sending them hope and love and positive energy for the process that they're working on, for their project this year. Feeling those good intentions go out from your heart to all those on the call. Good. And now imagine that you're receiving all that light and love and support and well wishes from everyone on this call to you and your process that you're working on. Feeling everyone's love and support, knowing that you've got this. And just taking a moment to feel a sense of gratitude for everyone that showed up, everyone on this call. loving and accepting them just for who they are in their present moment in time. And feeling that you are also welcomed and loved and appreciated for exactly who you are right now in this moment. Perfect. You can go ahead and relax your arms down now if you want to. Good. And I want you to bring to mind a time when you have completed something or made progress along a project or process you were working on. Time when you felt proud of yourself. Maybe you started a new routine or even stopped doing something that didn't serve your best interest. It can be something large or something very small. It's bringing to mind that little moment of success. And thinking about that accomplishment, just imagining a moment of where you were when you were feeling good. You were in a specific room in your home when you finished, or when you were really feeling good about having accomplished something, moved forward in a process. Maybe you were at work or somewhere else. Bring to mind all of the feelings of that moment. How great it felt finishing or learning or even stopping something. Feeling proud, feeling a little bit about how that helped you grow as a person, how amazing it felt. And imagine that feeling of confidence, of pride, of feeling good about yourself and your accomplishment. Imagine that feeling living in your heart. Imagining or even just pretending that that feeling is right at the center of the space of your heart. And imagine that that feeling starts to grow, getting larger, getting stronger, getting deeper. This feeling of self-contentment, of accomplishment. Feeling in your heart grows deeper and stronger. And imagine or even just pretend that that feeling is spreading out now from your heart, beginning to fill more space in your body as it grows and expands. And that feeling continues to grow and expand and get stronger and deeper until it fills your whole body. Maybe you can even imagine that it's light or that it's a color, this feeling expanding out from your heart. Sense of self-contentment, being proud of your accomplishment, of feeling good. Feeling fills your whole body now, expanding out, getting deeper and stronger. Perfect, you're doing great. Now imagine that this project, this idea, this thing that you've created in the past is transferring that feeling of success, of accomplishment. Those feelings are transferring to the project that you have in mind for the future. Putting that project that you have in mind in the center of your heart. That process is there living at that heart center, and it's filled with that feeling of self-contentment, of feeling proud of yourself, of feeling good. That new process that you have in mind living there in your heart. Expanding that out, that sense of imagining or even just pretending that you already feel a sense of accomplishment, feeling of contentment, confidence, feeling so good about this process that you're already on, already working on. Even if it's just thinking about it, you're already in that process of achieving, of moving forward, feeling curious about how it will go and how you can grow in the process. Good. And imagine that this feeling of accomplishment, pride in yourself is expanding out from your heart into the future, out from your heart into the community around you. Imagining how feeling so good about your achievements, about your process, about moving forward, how that's going to ripple out to all the people around you. Maybe there are family or friends that are surrounding you, watching you feel good about yourself, watching yourself smile. And they feel good for you, and that makes them feel good. Maybe you're just walking around, smiling through your days, feeling good about your accomplishments. And that sense of positive energy ripples out to all the people you see. When you go to run errands, the person at the cashier counter feels that good energy and feels good because of it. Or maybe there are very specific ways that those positive changes that you're making are going to have an impact on the people that you love, people in your life that surround you. Being a good example. And imagine it coming out from your heart, expanding out to all that community around you, those people that you know, or even strangers, are feeling that sense of change and that they're being changed as well. Your positive impact becomes their positive impact. And imagine that positive impact flowing out from your heart, all those benefits you're creating in yourself flow out to the world around you. And imagine that flow of positive energy coming out from your heart, meeting all of those people around you. And those people are smiling. And they're feeling good. And they're receiving the benefits that you're creating. And they smile at you, feeling happy for you, feeling proud of you. Imagine them encircling you, enjoying the benefit of your positive creation. And as they face you and feel proud of you, you begin to feel and receive their love and support. Your joy becomes their joy. And they're grateful and supportive and loving. And you can feel all of that flowing into your heart from all of those people receiving that benefit. Take a moment to just enjoy that love and support. People being proud of you, receiving that into your heart. Infusing that energy with your process, your project that you want to work on, that you're already working on. Infusing it with the love and support of the community, family, friends, and even people that you just come into contact with, people you don't even know. They feel changed. And they're sending their love and appreciation to you. And that love and appreciation and support is being infused with that project that you're keeping at the center of your heart. And it becomes like a circuit of love going out from your heart, out to others and all the people that will receive the benefits. And back from those people appreciating you, holding you in love and gratitude. And maybe as you breathe in, you can feel the love and appreciation of those others coming into your heart. And as you exhale, that love and appreciation, all that benefit you're offering goes out from your heart, out to the others in the community. Taking a moment to feel that love and support going in and out. In and out. Good. And imagine that this love, this mutual blessing, infused in every step of your project, your process that you're working on. And any time that you want to connect with this feeling of love and support, you can close your eyes and bring your hands over your heart and fill yourself with a positive feeling, supporting of your process, the supporting of you from your community around you. Good. Maybe you can even imagine now a future version of yourself just standing there facing your current self. You don't need to know where she is or what she's doing. Just imagine a future you standing there facing you, your current self. And she's even further along in the process of this project that you're working on. She's smiling at you. And she appreciates you. She's sending you love and gratitude because she knows that the work that you're doing right now got her to where she is. And she's so far along that path, that project, that process, that she can almost not even remember what it was like to be any other way. She's sending you love and gratitude. And imagine as you stand there watching her, this future you, imagine that you notice her posture, the way she holds herself and her body, good about herself, feeling proud of the work that she's been doing. process and her all of the progress that she's made, knowing that she'll make even more as she continues on. How does she stand? How does she hold herself in her body? Good. And imagine now that you can tap into her thoughts, hearing the thoughts that she's thinking to herself, hearing and listening to her self-talk. This future you feels so good and has made so much progress. What does she think to herself? Good. And imagine now that you can even notice the way that she breathes, this future you. Maybe her breathing is relaxed, excited, or something else. Notice the pattern of her breath, this future you that feels so good and confident and strong in her process. And imagine now that this future you has some advice for you, maybe some tips, tricks, or techniques, something to help the current you get to where she is. Take a moment to hear her message. Good. Now imagine sending her your love and appreciation, your gratitude for showing you where you're going, where you're headed, for giving you a little advice along the way. Perfect. And now imagine that this future you merges right into the current you. She steps right into your body and you become one you. And you can feel this future you there embodied inside yourself. Notice how that feels to stand, to hold yourself, to hold your body as her, as this future you, already so much further along in your process. How do you hold yourself? How does it feel to embody that new self? Good. And notice your breath, the pattern of your breathing as you now embody and become one with this future self. Breathe as she breathes. Good. And imagine your self-talk as her self-talk. Thoughts that you think to yourself. Thoughts you think about the project and the process and the progress that you're making. Those are your thoughts now. Good. And I'm going to count from 1 to 5 now. And on 5, you'll be awake, alert, and aware, bringing all this positive support and light towards your project, into your day, being curious about how that will unfold in the days and weeks to come. On 5, you'll be awake, alert, and aware like you've had a restorative nap. Starting with 1, coming back into the present moment, back into your body. 2, becoming more and more awake, coming back into the present moment, back into your body, feeling good, feeling positive. 3, beginning to notice the sounds in the room, feel the surface that you're sitting or standing on. 4, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, and stretching into the body. And 5, awake, alert, and aware. Awake, alert, and aware. Welcome back.